welcome to our new episode of Judgement. I'm looking at the wrong screen, I realize now.
Proud of you.
Yes, of course, of course.
Sorry for my grunt.
Okay, let's see if the glasses help.
I know the cameras look wrong. It's on purpose. It will fix itself eventually. If I'm gonna change it now, I'm gonna have to change it back later, and that's a pain in the ass.
Shade is late today, so Shade is not online yet, but he will join within, I hope, a little while.
We have 2 half DMs. This makes 1 total DM. It's all fine. It's all fine.
Yeah. This is totally okay.
Yeah, in fact,
Everything's fine. It's
Yellow, if you move your head
fine.
to like the right side of your camera, people can see you. Yeah, more right, more.
Other right.
Yeah,
Even more?
the conium gets it.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I have some announcements to make at first, and afterwards we are going to continue in our weekly episode of our D&D show. I am quickly setting up because, hey, people were late, me included.
Mode.
First of all, our tokens that we use in the game.
Okay, people.
No, you're awesome. First of all, oh man, I'm distracted. Tokens are made by Shy.Green. Be sure to check her out on Instagram, shy.green_. She makes awesome arts, and she also decided to give us her tokens, or made them for us. So yes, be sure to check her out, because ours is very cool. Now, well, usually I would ask you this moment to shade what the YouTube status is, but like I said, he is late. So
The last video is online.
Shade is still in the void where we go when we are not streaming.
Wait, don't tell them. You'll reveal our secret.
Websites.
Alright, yeah, Shade's on the other side. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we have the video both on our YouTube, and we have it already uploaded, I think, on our own website. So for those of you who didn't know yet, we have launched our own website, which is judgementbydice.nl. And on this site, we basically put all streaming information. So about the characters and about what happened beforehand. All the episodes that we have on YouTube is also visible on the website. All our in between episodes, so basically the downtimes are separately posted, if I'm right. Yes, thank you.
And the one shots.
And they're also Codium, and the one shots too, yes. They are also taken out of the original timeline. Our awesome Codium makes sure that everything is updated all the time. So big shout out to her. Because she just puts some weekly effort in there to keep the website updated, and she usually pokes around for us to actually send the social media post. So yeah, a lot of credit to her. And of course she always helps me with writing plot, because Codians are awesome.
I did some quality control earlier today, and I totally just looked for about 20 minutes to find the speech I made when marrying those two people.
Wait, what?
I did some quality control earlier today to make sure that the website's working nicely. I totally didn't use that as an excuse to look up my wedding speech. I still think that's one of my personal highlights.
Codium, could you poke me tomorrow around 2 p.m. to because my work got cancelled, so I have time to check the website for the language.
At that moment, I am at work as well, so I'm not sure I remember on time, but I do my best.
Then I'll try to be a good, responsible person and remember it myself.
It's
also,
okay.
my video might be broken right now. I'm not sure.
Oh no.
It works. Alright. So, and also I had to upgrade of my background because that's also cool. Yay. Anyways, I am going to set up the stream for myself as well so that I can see what's going on. And then I think there's someone else joined, I think. No? It's just the screen, by the way. No, never mind. Yeah, now some Discord is broken.
If it's broken, oh dear.
Alright, so So, we have technical issues, guys.
Off to a smooth start as usual.
Off to a smooth start. Okay.
Lovely. Oh, hello, she's back.
I think we have her back. Hello?
I'm going to have to restart because my entire laptop's freezing.
Oh dear.
Gotcha. Well, guys, let's totally not cover our technical issues up by rolling a tape.
Yes, I will do that. I might even roll it twice.
Yes.
Want ik heb mijn shit nog opgestaan op de manier voor de pre-release.
Is it intro into little dude?
Oh.
Hello. Don't worry about it, lad. One quick question. Yeah, do your thing. Go do your thing. The intro is over now.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it, lad. How's the YouTube status?
It is online. The last episode, 43, is online.
Lovely.
Speaking about technical issues.
I'm sorry for doing this, but I already had I had a online pre-release.
That is alright.
So that's why my setup is kind of.
Don't worry about it, lad.
No worries. You shake. So, alright, I'm gonna wait, I think, till Amaryllis is back before I recap and continue.
You know, it feels weird being. Oh, it felt weird being a Turu.
Hello.
Hi.
I returned. My laptop broke. Like, my laptop just went nope and everything froze.
Alright, so we are all, I think, back and ready to go. The only thing is that.
But
she froze again, I think. Hello?
Hello?
Now you're on your side. Yeah, that's the
Hello?
right way.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, yeah,
hello.
Is it me?
It's me you're looking for.
Alright.
It actually was, but you know.
Oh shit.
Anyways, so are you guys ready to go back into another episode of Just Swim the Days?
If my laptop no longer betrays me, I am.
Load.
Okay, so last time, or before today, the Shenanigan left Petlogi bringing an artifact to its home in Elvendriel, which is in the country of Ulrich. Due to some unforeseen circumstances, half of the party is now walking around with a purple skin color. And after a travel, which took quite a better bit of a week, I think,
I'm fixing
even more maybe, they arrived at the gates of the city of Elvendriel. What would you guys like to do?
The moment I forgot to do this because I completely forgot that I was actually from the city because we never actually specified it. Because names and the map wasn't ready at that point. So the moment they drive in, like Rayla already has her hood up because sun. But she like sinks even further into her hood, and she's
Sorry.
like.
I moved the map by accident.
Oh. And she like moves even further into her hood, and she's like, "Okay, guys, we need to find a tavern, and then we may need to have a little bit of a talk about this town, which I've been putting off for quite some time, and I guess for the clerics, I would like to leave your spell focus inside of your room when we go and talk about this. Just a heads up. Also, my name is not Rayla. My name is for now Jessica. You can call me Jessica.
Jessica.
Jessica is fine. Jess is also
Wait.
fine. Just don't call me
Wait a
Rayla.
second. For a ridiculously good reference, is the name Swirly acceptable?
Anything is acceptable. Just don't call me Rayla.
Alright, Lucy.
I'm honestly fine with this. I'll deal with it. Just if you were to come across a wanted poster with like a twin of mine, yeah,
I'm laughing at you from
that
the
might happen. I may or may not have a twin that looks exactly like me who is on wanted posters.
Amarilla
Yes,
just
back.
look.
I will roll deception. I don't have expertise in deception for nothing, bitch. No, that's bad.
Amarilla's just look of like, you know, moderately excited to go somewhere new, just such like concern after, you know, Rayla's talking, like.
Question, do I get advantage because of the way she is talking?
Wouldn't you have had to ask that before you rolled, though?
Sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
Also, I think that would be involved in like Rayla's role and not yours.
Yeah,
I don't know why I don't see the rules. What's this?
Oh,
Why
I
am I the
rolled
only one
a.
who's
What did I roll? I rolled a 14. He rolled a 9.
What's this?
I roll a 2.
Maybe I should reload the page. What about that one?
I'm just going to be a good friend and purposefully fail.
I'll do anything for you, boo boo.
Amarilla's is like, to be fair, Amarilla's is more concerned with not looking like a half-elf at this point.
Alright.
Just
I mean,
and like Rayla will move
don't
behind her with
worry.
her arm and like put Amarilla's hood up and like your facial features are elfish enough. Just don't make them look at your ears.
Okay.
If anyone's in trouble,
What-
they have to go through me.
Loading the
I'll be
back
your
page
bodyguard.
again.
Elfish or
yeah.
Yes.
I'm just asking, does it pass my, cause my passive, do I use, is it, does it go past my natural sight or only my,
Shit,
You-
I have no clue what happens because I cannot see the chat.
You
That
already
was-
chose to roll.
yeah, fair,
If you roll, you forfeit your passive.
yeah,
Well, that's not really how a passive works. Apparently your passive is just like always active. Like the DM like has to make a note of your passives, and then they're like, you can't roll lower than your passives. Apparently.
That's
yeah.
bullshit.
It is. Haha! The observer feat, which like gives you a +2, +5 on your passive investigation, is very great when you have an Egyptian campaign with only traps and your players have a passive investigation of 21.
I will repeat my statement of that's bullshit.
It is, but that's
So,
just how it works.
because then my passive insight is 17.
Now, I have been playing with that you either use your passive or your active, depending
Yeah,
on
but
the
I'm
situation.
asking because,
I know. In this case, you said, "Oh, wow, this is really running my computer."
I'm not sure if Google this. I don't even know this shit.
Up until now, I've been playing with that you either use your passive, like, I mean, just in a real life situation, right? Sometimes you just notice things passively because that's perception. But the moment that you actively start looking for something, you just completely don't see
Yep.
it. So
Yep.
in this case,
yeah, okay. Because I'm not
If you're-
looking, I wasn't meaning to look, I'm just like do I get to know? It was more like do I get notes? Like yeah, that was
No.
the reason. Okay.
No, in this case, you would just be too focused on the surroundings to miss that she is totally having a twin sister. I'm sorry. My brains are a bit tired. Okay, sorry.
Elves are very androgynous. It's going to be a twin brother, and none would be the wiser.
You know what is also a good rule when using passives? When you like ask for it, can I make a roll? You use your active, but like when you just go on, your DM suddenly says like with your high passive insight, you notice that they are lying. That's usually what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically that's how I also would do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So.
So if I ask for it, then I have to roll for it, and if I don't ask for it, then nothing.
Basically, your DM needs to keep a track of all your passive, which is also your insight. So if she plays an NPC, and they're shady as fuck, and she doesn't tell you that something is going on, that means you have to roll higher than your passive.
Yeah.
Like, it's a DM's job to keep track of your high passives, not your job.
I really thought I just thought I had to roll, so yeah, I forgot to do it, so that's why I rolled. So yeah, okay.
It really depends on the situation. Okay.
Yeah, but passives are very hard and not very specified in 5e.
Passives concern me.
Then I'll possibly never have to roll passive. Have to roll my inside.
Not
Let's
all
just
the
discuss
time,
this,
because
guys.
my deceptions.
Guys,
Yes.
anyways, we get it now.
Would you like to discuss rules, or would you like to continue into the game?
I'm sorry.
But continue.
I do have a question before.
Yes.
Before we went inside, Rayla.
Yeah.
Should I change this?
No, you're fine. They like fake creatures.
Question. Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead. You were first.
Is Rayla still purple?
No, I wasn't a day.
Gordo is still purple.
I wasn't anymore purple. Victor was purple. And Arturo's
Victor.
Gordo and Arturo and Victor. Arturo's toe.
Yeah.
Arturo's foot, right?
No toe, only toe.
That's the only part you put in the water.
Yeah.
Alright.
Gordo has a question.
Gordo.
Because your name is not, we're going to use a little bit of a different name. Should I also change it in the stream layout?
You may put it behind in brackets.
No place for that.
Mm.
Or in like these things. Like those high commas.
Got it.
I don't even
Got
know what they're
it.
called
Yes.
in English.
Quotation marks.
Quotation marks. But like singular quotation marks.
My best friend, but also my worst enemy in writing.
Guys, you're getting off topic quite a lot today.
Sorry.
This is important, DM.
This is very important for the stream.
Sorry, continue.
So, do we know where the amulet is supposed to go, guys? The museum.
We have a family name, and no, it should not go to the museum. We have a family name, which I am now going to try very hard to remember. AKA scroll back in my chat with. I'm gonna scroll back up in my chat with with Elsa.
Wait, you said your name?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, okay, sure.
Well then
yes,
no.
It's to the. We have to bring it to the Windmiss family.
DM, does that ring a bell with me since I'm native?
This is not a name you have heard yet, no.
Oh,
well,
okay, so
roll me history.
They're younger than 50 years. Great. No, just kidding.
And
roll me history check.
This is my version of taking notes.
Yeah,
so
I
just
am
have
notes.
players.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
Let's say my chat with Elsa is my notes.
Yes, it's 12
Okay.
on my history.
This thing? Ooh. Hang on. Yeah, no.
Yes, no, maybe.
Hang on. Yeah, I'm making a little puzzle piece here. Uh, what do you mean prepared?
Alright.
You do not. You have heard from the name, but you have not necessarily recognized it from. Thank you.
Then where did I hear the name?
You heard that there were citizens of the town, but you.
Would I know where they live, or have I robbed them once?
No, no.
Yes, the
do
two
not know where they
sources for city life: gossip and robbery.
No, you would not have robbed them yet. Yes.
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 Oh god.
I mean, yeah, sure, of course. I'm just Jessica. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're not here to rob them. We're here to bring something back.
Yeah, but first, tavern.
Okay,
Sure.
Susie.
So I guess I will go to I've never actually stayed in a tavern here. I probably maybe robbed a few. I honestly don't know. Maybe back for some food. So I will go to like one of the taverns where maybe less quality, but not worth begging at and robbing at, so they would not recognize me right away. I would go to a tavern that wouldn't recognize me, where I've never been to before.
Sure.
Everything you say is so concerning.
Please let us encounter an ex of Rayla's.
I also wonder
No,
when
that's not happen
Cordo's
any-
gonna fly.
Well, I'm not sure if Rayla's an
You
ex.
don't-
Actually, I've never thought of it like that.
You notice it's pretty well. You know that there is pretty wealthy taverns. You know there's like a relatively modest one. Yeah.
But just
You know that more in the back of the city is a. Oh wow! How does one talk? In the back of the city, there is more a hidden tavern. It's a bit more the shabby place. You know that it's sometimes a place where some criminals just look each
Vibe.
other up. Yes, so you think it's not the cleverest to go to the shabby taverns.
no,
However,
I
you
just
can-
want to go to a tavern where I just haven't been to either back or rob.
That will be a modest tavern, which is called the Twin Mouse.
Mouse.
The Twin Mouse. It will be more at the northern, yes, right over there. Thank you, Codium. So it will be more at the northern side of the city.
Do we get
Ironically, it's like very close to the road towards where you came from. So you guys arrived here in this. You guys arrived in this gate, and the tavern is over there.
Well, then I will go to the Twin Mouse.
Yes, right.
Do we get a discount if we show them Victor?
You don't.
He doesn't have a
Really?
twin. I have a twin. He doesn't.
But it's a mouse. You're a twin and you have a mouse, so you should get a double discount.
Oh my god.
No.
Big break time.
Sometimes.
Yeah, let's not try to get too much attention. I will pay. Haha, drinks on me. Yeah,
Me-
let's go.
Making the rogue pay for all the stuff, how to torture them. Or even
That's
better,
when you know your rogue is desperate.
yeah. Or even worse yet, making your kleptomaniac rogue.
Oh, but they're gonna steal one back, right?
Anyway,
My cat with my laugh.
What?
I scared my cat with my laugh. He was down here and I laughed / breathed on it.
Oh no, baby!
What? Scared your cat away?
My humor is scary to them.
Oh no, baby!
You thought
From
just being a
Death of the
human
Mouse.
alone would be enough.
Okay.
to scare them,
I
but-
thought I'd share the joy.
so DM.
Yeah, sorry. I was quickly. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, so you go. What was your question again?
We want to go to the tavern. What do
Yeah,
we
you can go.
see?
You pay for the night, for per person per night, you pay 5 silver.
Okay, so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 2.5 gold.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's excluding food still.
Are you
Oh,
gonna pay for everything, Rilla? Jessica.
Swarly.
I just really want to get away with. I will just pay all. What's like the all-inclusive thing? I'm rich as fuck.
That's a good question.
But are how many rooms do you pay for?
Uh,
The boys go
Boys?
together, the girls go together. So like 2 rooms,
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds
unless somebody just wants to sleep
that will be
alone, and we
8
can have
silver
some.
pieces per day in total, with lodging and food
How
together.
much in total?
8 silver pieces per day.
Okay, for everybody.
One per person.
Okay,
day.
so 8
8
times
and 5 is
5.
40.
44 gold.
So 4 gold. Okay, I will pay him 4 gold, and I'll slit another 1 gold in and be like, if anybody asks, we are not here. We'll slip him an extra gold.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Hold on, before you roll, I'm a guidance this shit.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh no, I rolled really bad. I needed guidance. Oh, that's better.
Hey.
Oh no.
He shoves the extra gold piece back and he is like, I have a guest book and you better write your real name in there.
I did not hear what you said there.
He slides the gold piece back and he says, I have a guest book and you better write your real name in there.
I'll write Swirly down while giving him a look.
I can say, you know what? Can I stand next to her?
Yeah. Stand where you want to stand.
Alright,
I'm not gonna.
alright. I'm sorry for my sister. I'll drop this illusion. And I'm going to cast myself into a use detect.
Didn't you already change into a drow though?
No, that was like 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using my disguise self. And I am going to transform myself into a bit
Two, yes.
into a bit taller, more sylvan hairish drowish person who is about half about a couple of inches taller than Arela is. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry. My sister is going to be all right. Rochelle, just write your name into it.
Rayla just looks very confused at Ray because the only drow males she's ever seen were always smaller than her, and she's like, "Why are you so big, man?" But she doesn't say this. She just looks very confused.
Rayla, did you have your hood over your head still?
I do.
The man looks at you, Ray,
And all the time.
and he says, I am very sorry, sir, but we don't serve drows here.
I'm so sorry for you, but we had fine business to do.
Oh,
And
this is. Sorry.
Doesn't matter.
we just came out of town, so
I don't mind whether this is a fair business or not, but the money you have is probably stolen. We do not serve drows here.
Oh, that's not
why
nice.
did you do that?
I'm just gonna quickly lower this.
You truly think that? And I am. What is Lynn?
Mm-hmm.
small question. What's the symbol for the goddess of light
The goddess of light.
in
Is there?
That's God Helioxius.
There is no goddess of light. That's the fun. Oh, it's okay. Hang on.
He
No,
looks
not
cool.
Minecraft.
I was just gonna use my hella sleight of hand just to write fuckword McFuckword in his guest book, but now it's just gonna steal all his money because let's be honest, his passive perception won't be higher than 14, and that's my modifier, so I can't roll lower than a 15. I'm gonna steal this, man. I'm gonna.
You're gonna
just
steal the
proving-
map?
You're proving his point. Literally.
All right.
Give it a life.
So, Ray, you want to know the there is two gods of light, the sunlight and the moonlight. The question is, who do you mean?
sunlight?
Roll me a religion check. Oh yeah.
Rayla would know this.
Oh yes, you would.
Let me quickly search up their name.
Not 20.
You know, like this is the first thing that comes into your mind. The symbol is a sun. It's the sun god.
Oh
This
my
is gonna be,
god, it almost makes sense.
DC was 5.
By the way, Rayla and Viridius want to ask a question.
Yeah, Amaryllis also wanted to ask something.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Who's
well, now we're
first?
getting kicked out. The question isn't important anymore. It's fine.
Oh dear.
Who's next?
I technically was still doing something because I wanted to.
Just remember, I have a question. I get pain in my hands.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just like put up my hand and say it's like it's Elsa's hand.
Thanks. My fingers aren't that flexible, I guess.
I'm wondering, does that
I would
also
be a
change
terrible
with me?
lesbian.
Is it I actually wonder if that also changes. Sorry, I
Good.
need to.
More specific. Because you're not thinking out loud, and this kind of holding up the game.
I'm sorry, because I thought that it could be. Damn it! The sim. I just pull out. I just pull out a that I would pull out my symbol, which has transformed into that.
Okay.
So my religious symbol, because I'm still a cleric.
So you want to have the symbol of an Ariel right now?
Mm-hmm. The sun god being a drow.
The
I
sun
can
god-
walk into the sun and not get hurt.
We were doing so well last week.
Roll me persuasion check with disadvantage.
I will wait for the outcome of this, and if that is
I am
bad,
going
I
to
will
guidance
rob this man.
myself. I am going to guidance myself.
Of course.
Sure.
Oh. Come on, don't let us down. Don't let us.
16.
Please, please, please. Oh, this could go very wrong.
Working. Okay, there we go.
I just want a place to stay and drop my tragic backstory. Oh. That's all. Please, good sir, just let me drop my lore.
Elvandriel, aka Racism 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Wait, is this the hometown of like that guard lady we met in the very beginning?
gonna
I
say-
can't remember her name.
Is it? This is just like reverse Barwitch. Barwitch is like humans in Fjordan. You get Elvandriel's like elves and only elves.
Yeah.
And then you get people
And we do not
like
like, and then you can see like the drow saying in the back, and like we do not speak with them.
you
They're
get,
like they're basically they're the tieflings to the human race. Drow
Oh
are
my
the
god.
tieflings to the
Ew.
elves.
DM, 16.
Oh, the guy looks at you and he's like, "You can stand in sunlight." Okay, sure, whatever. However,
I am. If you wish, I can show you.
you do not show your faces. towards the rest of the customers. You get your food upstairs in your rooms, with free room service. I do not want to be associated with the fact that I get roused in this tavern.
Yeah, just let us go. I paid you now. Get your money and let's go. And I grab Ray and I pull him along.
Rochelle, do put your name into the book.
I'm still gonna use my sleight of hand of 14 to write down fuckword back fuckword. I will roll a sleight of hand for this.
I am going to once again same movements, and I am going to drop my disguise self.
29.
So I'm once again.
Just for shits and giggles. Whoa, shit! Okay.
Still doesn't beat 29.
Elsa, can you take your hand back?
Oh, yes, no, that was my thing. I already did it. I rolled a 29, even with it's a commoner, even with a natural 20, he can't get over 29.
Even though the man is just very perceptive from the environment, he even calls someone out who's picking his nose on the other side of the room. He does not notice you, Rayla, writing gross words in his guest book.
I will also write a penis.
Write or draw?
Looks like this man.
was here.
Yeah. Jam, could it be because he was entranced because I was doing the same movements to transform myself, well, to recast this to be a furball?
You don't know how or why. He just didn't notice. It's your room.
If we are on our way upstairs, I will have tried to sign to Doolittle to kind of inconspicuously
Take a shit in the corner.
wreak mayhem in the kitchen and then run outside, so they are not associated with us.
So, okay, roll me animal handling.
Okay. Basically, I want to fuck off this fucking tavern without them persecuting us. Animal handling. Oh.
Oh.
Point. Yeah, no, that works. Doolittle runs up, and 5 seconds later, you hear a lot of mayhem in the kitchen.
Realize she's like rushing everybody upstairs when she hears it. She's like, oh no, I'm not gonna get.
I slowly go up and like.
You guys enter your room.
Amaryllis, just a question.
We got 2 rooms, right?
Yes.
And Amaryllis just gonna like tug a Duru's sleeve, like, if you and Rayla want a room for yourself, I'll sleep in the boys' room.
Oh, I'm not quite there yet. Thanks.
DM, how many beds are there in a room? Because I did not ask how many beds there were in that room.
You have 1 2-person room and 1 3-person room.
Okay, good.
I'm quickly gonna turn off the lights because it's getting dark here.
That's okay.
Please
I
give me a
will.
second.
Meanwhile, like the moment they split up, and I'm like, okay, you guys, you can fix your shit, put it in your respective room, and we'll meet. Go freshen up, and we'll meet in like half an hour or something.
Okay.
Also, like I said, please leave the holy symbols in your room. And just spell focus.
But why?
Because I don't want to die, thanks. And then she just walks into a room and slams the door shut.
I'm tapping on. So I am going. I'm open the door and I'm going inside to where Rayla is, and like.
Rayla's like taking off her shirt. He's like, dude, fuck, knocking.
You literally just came in. So I'm literally going after. So that's very quick that you turn out in front of me.
Well, she literally went and like threw off her cloak. And, like she's always covered, so she's like, finally, free the titties. And then she's like, oh, never mind.
Okay, somebody quote
Slide.
that.
This is just
Do I even have a spell focus?
Guys, please, let's keep going.
Yeah, try.
So you know what I'm fine with, and so I'm like, all right. If you want to let me get my spell focus away, then I can't. Wait, I don't even have a spell focus.
She spell focus, dude.
You have a holy symbol,
Yeah, the
right?
staff.
Holy
Yeah,
symbol.
the
That's your
symbol.
spell focus.
Yeah.
Staff of flowers.
So
And the first thing she said was holy symbols. Don't take them in here.
Why?
Because I have asked you nicely.
But this is
I am
moderator from
going
here with a group.
before this. I am going to show. As I do this, I am going to show just so why no holy symbols.
I will explain that when you are here. I cannot explain that while you have the holy symbol on you.
What god do you worship?
You know which god I worship.
I don't.
Well, then that's something for you to find out. Now, shoo, she likes to... Shoo, 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 shoo. I
I
want
am
to get
still
undressed.
getting out. I am showing the real holy symbol that I am having.
Well, I don't have holy symbol, so I can't really show
Ray.
you.
Whose was that again?
It's a symbol of it's.
I swear, if I remember it, you don't.
Edwina?
So it is. You said it wasn't Evuna.
The same as Rayla has.
Vela just looks at the symbol. Would she recognize it? Because let's come on, she would probably, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it's Rayla. Would she recognize the symbol? I mean,
Yeah,
she's been to.
I think so because you went to her temple.
Yeah, she's
lots
been
of
to a
times.
temple to. Okay, she will look at the symbol and she's like, okay, maybe you can keep your holy symbol.
At that point, Cordell said, "So he can keep his symbol, but I can't. Why?"
Because Evina likes me. I'm not sure about your god.
Let's just keep all gods out, please.
Fine. I'm gonna go. I am closing the door and I'm going inside of my and putting all my stuff down there. But I am as a furbolg. I am before going down. I'm going down and ask for a pot of warm water. Not a pot of tea. I'm making the tea myself.
Yes. Will I show you the tea? Go.
I'm a furbolg, so.
Doesn't matter. You belong to that group. You stay in your room.
All right.
DM, do we have bots?
Ooh, what? Bath?
Do we have baths?
Yes, that will be a bathroom.
Okay,
Yes.
then I guess I will like use the half hour to like clean myself up, take off all the excess clothing that I'm usually wearing. This would probably be the first time you guys see like Rilla in short sleeves. Yeah. Yeah, she's muscular as fuck, like she buff.
Turu's just gonna walk around outside. She's uncomfortable.
But very
And, oh, okay, sure.
I'll go check on Doolittle.
Would you need to change?
this
your first.
And wash my
Make them
face
no go.
in like a fountain or a creek or something. Anything.
Doolittle is hiding out in a little park, whilst there are people looking around for that one weird creature that just messed up the kitchen, like a few moments ago.
Gordo has a question.
Cordo.
I'm going to take out my fancy mirror shard and take a peek inside to see if there's any hints on the nearby mirror shard.
Check.
Can you say that again?
Well, roll me a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
Since this does have to do with something that is probably rather important to the gods, I am going to guidance this. Let's see. Perception. This one.
Perception.
Oh, that's not a good sign. Ugh, that's an even worse sign. 8.
You see a reflection of a very good-looking bird.
Ah, the handsome bird. Amadeus also has a question.
Yeah, Amru looked like go to her like, Cardo, do you have something of like a notebook or anything I can take? Or like cheaper paper than my spell book?
Give me a moment, I may have something. afraid I'll have to disappoint you. Sorry.
Then Amarillo is going to ask the same question to Ray.
Paper.
Do you have a notebook or paper or anything?
Sorry, I do have a. Sorry, I'm sorry, but I do have this, and I'm giving her a cookie.
But I can't draw on that.
Wait. Do we still have Arcal's small board and chalk?
Yes, but that's like that won't stay. Like, Shade. I have Arcal's like handy haversack thing. Did Arcal have like paper?
He had no paper because he can't write.
Well, he
technically
can.
He can write.
Good.
He can.
Yeah, he can write, but no, he didn't have any paper.
None of us have.
Wait, do I have paper? Do I have like cheap paper? Wait.
Just
I
go
might
to
be like-
the restaurant and like take some napkins.
I swear if I don't have like do works,
Let you
get
get your
good
napkins.
stuff.
We don't
Did I
hear
take
you,
a scholar's
Lynn.
pack?
Oh.
Wait, I have a scholar's pack. That should have like a notebook,
Yeah.
right?
I was like, wasn't there one near?
I just realized I have a scholar's pack. That took me way too long. Never mind, found my notebook. Then Amaryllis is going to spend the time before like we meet up with the group drawing in her notebook. And trying to basically trying to pray to either her matron or to Alodl to like mess up this mean guy.
Sure.
I don't know what I have to roll. Like, I don't know if I get to. I don't know.
You
But like,
try to pray to Ilodl by making a drawing, if I'm right.
basically, like
Oh,
a drawing with ill intent.
Roll me a performance check.
Draws with malicious intent.
Basically,
Scribbles furiously.
17.
Nice.
Roll me a d100, please.
Oh god.
Yeah, indeed.
That was my next.
Yeah, that's a 2.
Ooh. Okay,
Ooh,
sure.
that's very close.
Oh, that sounds like a positive noise.
Right. So you make a drawing,
Okay.
and the moment that you put it away, you hear a giggle from a voice that you do not recognize.
Did I do it? Did I pull it off? Did
If
I
it
do
is
it?
divine intervention, you have to roll like below 20 or something. Below 10. Or is that only a cleric thing? I'm not entirely sure.
Did I do it?
No, for the cleric thing, you need to roll above 100 minus your cleric level.
Oh, I thought it was super low. Oh well.
I mean, low you'd reach the devil, high you'd reach the gods.
Fair. So that means Ilodl was the devil now?
You don't know.
Well, she
Yes.
heard left that she doesn't recognize.
Do you guys still want to continue in this half an hour? Or are you going to meet up? Because we currently are almost like 1 hour in.
Well, I already said what I was gonna do, so I'm good.
You're
Yeah.
taking a moment of self-care.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Doesn't
do
Amaryllis
Cordo.
want to ask something to Ilodl?
She already did.
Like the request was to,
Fuck this man
this
up.
guy has been very mean. Please, like, teach him a lesson or something to like be less mean. Please teach him to be less racist.
Fuck this
I
shit.
think you basically already gave your wish, and that was
Yeah,
mess
that's
up this
like
mean
basically,
guy.
the intention of, the drawing's intention was that. Mess up this mean guy.
Okay.
And I
yeah,
got a
missed
gig.
that. Sorry, I missed that.
And I got a giggle as a response.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I missed that.
So, Bounce goes to child.
All right.
I don't-
Then,
Rayla has a comment.
Rayla.
Like when half the hour is like coming to an end, usually I put after bed, I put it like back in a ponytail. But now I will actually like take the time to like braid it in like an elfish, drowish way, in like the way her mother used to do when she was still very small, and you know her mother wasn't so, you know, well when she, you know, before everything went to shit. Um, she would have done her hair very, like they would have never seen this, and like when they entered the room, she would have set up the room in like such a way that she would be sitting like on the bed and in on the ground, like in the middle of the room. She would have cleared everything out and like make a circle in the room with like bags where they can sit against, and like in the middle of the circle she would place her pocket watch with like the um the lid open so they can all see the drawing of her and her parents and this lady. And when they come in, she wouldn't speak to them, but she would just like point at them for them to sit down. And the clothing she's wearing is not her usual light armor attire. She would only be wearing like a short sleeved shirt and some pants. She would not have her money on her. She would not have her gear on her. Anything, just very simple and plain with super pretty hair, but no jewelry, no riches, no anything, no nothing. Just she wouldn't even be wearing her shoes, which would also show like tons of scarring on the other, like lower side of her feet, and she would be like sitting crisscrossed, which would show the soles of her feet, which have like scars of old blisters and like old puncture holes and stuff. And she would just be standing there and like motion for them to just sit down.
Jesus fuck.
Sure.
Plop down right in front of her.
Amarilla's like, you know, Amarilla's can read the room. Amarilla's knows she has to like behave and be serious, but she's like also like basically physically vibrating, just
Emmy, come sit next to me.
I'm already sitting.
Okay.
I will sit down, and I will have left my religious symbol in the other room.
So did I.
Because Cordo's a good boy.
You are good boys. Does Aturu also join, or does she stay outside?
Sorry. I join.
Okay. Well, the moment everybody is in, Rayla will just, you know, she's seen the door close and she's like taking a deep breath and like exhaling. She's like, well, I appreciate you all leaving your symbols back, because now that we're here, I think it's time for you guys to meet the real me. The one that grew up here and left it a while ago. This is me. And she like motions to herself and she's like, my name is Willa Duskren, and I died. You see, before I was born, my parents lived in the Nikiri, if I'm correct.
Niriki.
Yeah, Niriki Mountains. Like under there's where all the drow live, and their society, where our cruel goddess cast us out, while the sun god created the sun elves, basically. And she put us through torture and filled us with hatred for the other races and everyone dwelling in the sunlight. Life there was hard, and my parents were, well, expecting me. So they went looking for a better way to live, which they unfortunately did not really find here on the surface. So I was born out on the streets which you've walked through today, which you've seen. And the first few miserable years of my life, I have lived there in starvation, hunger, thirst, and very poor conditions. And eventually, when you're a child and you have tiny hands, it's all too easy to just beg and get into the criminal circuit. Which I did because nobody would hire my parents because of their heritage. Nobody would give me money because of my dark skin, and I would have, like, she shows her arms, which also have scarring on them. Like they on her dark skin, they have like very light white, you know, trails and dots, and I have had blisters from the sun because we had nothing to protect ourselves with. So I stole and I stole and I got pretty good at it, you could say. My parents got caught a few times, and I have seen the inside of jail more than I can possibly count on one hand. But, jail had food and jail was dry, so in the winter times we would just let ourselves get caught because otherwise we would freeze to death. And this went on for about 50 years. I made friends and I've seen a lot of them die, either by the hands of the other elves, of humans, of diseases. And one particular cold autumn, maybe it was winter, there was a lot of rain. There was another disease of spreading amongst the poor, amongst those living on the streets, amongst my friends, which all grew up, and I only stayed young because that's what elves do. And humans grew up because normal elves don't live on the streets, just drow in humans. They grew up and they eventually got jobs, but I still look like a child. They didn't want to hang with me anymore. But that's fine, life goes on like that. But that fateful winter, life did not go on as it did before. My parents, they got ill. Very, very ill. My mother was the first to go. I was sad, and I have taken care of them until their deaths, and soon after, or maybe even during, I couldn't remember if it was diseases or if it was just overall exhaustion. I also got infected. And well, what do you do when you're just a 50-year-old child? You just try and you live, and you try until you come into an alley where you just don't. You just drop to your knees, and all you can think of, well, at least the suffering is gone. At least I won't ever feel hunger again. And in that regard, I was not wrong. I died, I certainly did. I saw what some people would call the light. I think, at least. I heard a voice who was not. Well, she said she was not done with me yet. And then I heard the fluttering of wings. Ravens, to be precise. And then I was back. Back in that alley. No more hunger. No more thirst. No more need for the meditation that I already did. Just being there. And that's when I actually started living, even though I was, well, very much dead. And she will look at Ray because he seems to have a question. He's like, yes.
No, out of character. I wanted to have. It's not a question. I am going to as she's telling this, I am standing up and going because I already knew from Eye of the Grave, she was not. She was not undead.
You would not have seen that, dude. You would not have seen that.
Yeah, well,
He has used Eyes
he
of the
did,
Grave.
yeah, he did Eyes of the Grave, so he know that.
I did Eyes of the Grave, so.
But
Yeah,
I thought the undead is not on you, Rayla, given the fact that you're
No,
not...
that's what he said. He saw that I wasn't undead. That's literally
yeah,
what he
So
said.
she died, but she's still alive, but she's not undead. So
Gotcha.
that's
Sorry,
why
my bad.
and I'm going to stand up. But I already knew that in the back of his mind, and he's standing up and just goes towards her and gives her a gargantuan bear hug.
Rayla does not move. She doesn't reply to your hugs. She just sits there and she's like, Ray, could you please sit back down? I appreciate you wanting to comfort me, but please let me tell my story.
Okay, and I tap her on her head with my hand, just gargantuan hand on her head. Okay.
She will just nod appreciatively, but you're close to her, so you would see this, and like her eyes, which like her pupils are almost white, like her irises. I mean, her irises are almost white. They're just a very light shade of lilac. But you can see that her eyes are like very watery, like she's at the verge of crying.
I'm like standing. As I see that, I am to the side, rip a piece of my cloth, and I'm like offering it.
She just shakes her head and points for you to sit down.
Alright.
So, well, I died and I lived and I didn't know what to do with myself because my entire life has been survival, living from meal to meal and hoping that there was a meal. So when I said that I finally started living after I died, I'm not lying. I started to try and enjoy things, learn things, and I sucked at all of them. Like, when you don't learn something in the early stages of your life, you just suck. Like, the only thing I was good at was stealing. So, I did. I didn't need to steal. I just did it because I knew how to. And I joined some gangs, you know how it goes. But the thinking life was not for me. So I set up a goal to buy myself a house. And I started stealing for money. Just for money. And eventually I got somewhat of a house. I was able to rent a stable where I could live. And I stole more and more. And one day there's this rich man just moved into town. In this town, at the outskirts. And I'm telling you this because this is probably why I have a bounty on my head. But like I said, he was rich and I have robbed many, many rich men. But robbing on the streets is something else than, you know, breaking into somebody's house. Or stealing from a tavern for some food. But I knew that if I robbed from this man his house, then I would be set for life. I would be able to create my own house. I would be able to learn a craft. I would be able to make something from my life from the second chance that Ifuna gave me. Which I didn't know at the time was Ifuna, by the way. So I went to his house. Because, well, I was staking out like you usually do. And I went in there and since he was new, I didn't expect there to be many guards. I knew there were guards. I mean, I patterned them out and everything. But even when I went inside, it went wrong. It didn't go as I planned. I wasn't as skilled as I am now, and I eventually got into his vault. Only to be stopped by a guard. He was about to murder me. I would die for the second time. And that was not really something I was looking forward to, because for once I didn't actually mind life. I had a roof above my head, a filled tummy in a sense. And that's when, and she will like grab her shoulder and she will grab Victor off her shoulder and like place him on the bed in front of her, and that's when this little guy came in. the guy, just Victor, when he was just a little baby boy, he was hiding in the vault as well. And he ran out because the guards scared him. What I did not know, though, was that the guard was just as scared of Victor as he was of him. So, well, I didn't think the guard had any balls after that yell. Yeah, it was a very high screech, but he stumbled and he fell, and I ran, as any sensible person would do, and I scooped up Victor. I only got like 10 gold pieces out of the vault. That was all. And Victor, my greatest victor, so to say.
Victor is
saved
just
my
polishing
life.
his snout.
Yeah, he is. He doesn't give a shit. So yeah, I ran and I escaped the Vendriel because I knew this man was very. Well, he had a lot of influence here. He was very rich, and if he wanted to kill me, he would. So I ran with just 10 gold pieces and Victor. And I went to the temples of Vivuna to ask around for whatever god has revived me, and I learned about her, and I learned how to recognize her messages through ravens, let's say. I haven't seen one in quite a while, but I know that she's here. And she will point at her watch and she's like, she sent me this. Well, I have this drawing of me and my parents always with me. But she, ever since I saw Shuk, how do you say this? Looked for contact with her.
Seeking.
Yeah,
Seek.
Seeked. Searched.
I honestly don't know. I'm an English mayor and I don't know.
Anyway, seeked. I seeked contact with her, and well, she made this woman disappear.
It's salt.
Oh yeah, Salt.
Thank you.
Salt. Her attention. She gave me this drawing, and I believe it might be her. At least I'd like to think that it's her watching over me and my, well, parents. So that's me, and that's why I can't really go out here. And I had honestly forgotten about that fact. I had honestly really happy to be with you, with my new family. I had established something with you guys, and it's been so long since I thought back of these dark, beggar-filled streets that I had honestly led myself to believe that I was not that same person. That I was a newborn, just relaxed, broke, you know. But eventually the past creeps up on you, and it hits you harder than you thought it would. So yeah, that's my story, my entire story, and that's why I cannot eat, and that's why I cannot drink, for I do not live fully. I'm not undead, don't get me wrong, I'm sentient, very much so, but I'm not entirely living either, or at all. And that's why I can also hear you while I'm sleeping. Just have to close my eyes. That's all. I don't have to breathe, and that's why I'm very good at swimming. I sometimes forget that Victor does need to breathe, and she like pats him on his head. I'm sorry, buddy.
He hides in your sleeve.
She smells. Well, how is he gonna hide in my sleeve all the way up here?
With great effort.
Yes.
Okay. So if you come across a bounty of me, don't be surprised. I have been a huge criminal in this town. Like, any officer that sees me knows my face. So yeah, if you want to look at my watch, you can. If you want to look, you've seen it, Victor. You don't need to watch it, Victor. Oh, But well, that's my story. And if you, well, you don't need to react, but you can if you want to. I don't know how this shit usually goes. I'm not really good at it.
I do have a question.
Yes.
If it was possible for you to return to be able to eat, drink, and, well, sleep again, do you want that?
No, because I don't ever want to feel hunger again.
But you won't feel hunger, because then you can also eat Cordo's cooking.
But that will also still give me the feeling of hunger, won't it? The urge to eat is considered hunger, right?
No, it's not.
Well, I don't think I want to. I don't think it's my destiny either. After all, Evina gave me a second chance, and if she wanted to, if she wanted to have revivified me, because I know that's an option, she would have.
You're in a situation you were in, it was not an option. Now it could be different, and I think she wishes for you to be happy and to be able to live a full, good life instead of half. And now you're with friends.
I don't really know.
You know? Start just eating once. You don't need it, because you don't have the feeling of hunger, but you can still try it.
If I eat, I vomit.
Have you ever drink one of a couple of good tea?
I have vomited many times. Trust me, I have. Food has its joys. Like chocolate. I like chocolate. At least I did. So that's also something that got taken away from me, but I wouldn't trade the pleasures of a full belly with the risk of having an empty stomach.
You will not have an empty stomach when you're with us. There's a reason why she sent me possibly to meet you, and possibly Emmy and Cordo, because Cordo can cook. And there's also possibly, most definitely, a reason she sent um, Green Lady. I forgot her name.
Duru.
Thanks. But Ray, sweetie. Oh, that feels wrong to say sweetie. Ray, she just told us like a lot about our backstory. Let's not like get her do an intervention to get her to eat. Let's just soak it in,
It wasn't meant to be like that.
wiping away her tears. Let's just let it be.
It wasn't meant to be like that. I'm just asking, because otherwise I can ask if you want to help, and she's good friends. So, yeah.
Well, I've asked Evina for help, and Evina have always answered my cry for help, sometimes in ways that I, well, did not expect. Trust me, even before I, did um, I have prayed to every and all gods for help, even to Evina. So maybe she heard my prayer, and was this her way of helping? Cordo?
Gordo's just not gonna say a word. He's just gonna crawl closer and just hug.
Rayla will just pat your back. A bit awkwardly.
Everybody just give Rayla a hug.
Please don't. This
Respect her boundaries.
is okay. I am hugs are for good moods, not for bad moods.
Hugs are for both. Hugging once again, bear hug.
Respect her boundaries.
She will
Thinking the
just
same.
pet your bag with her other hand. Just awkwardly pets. So, yeah, if you don't have any other questions or remarks or hugs or whatever people do when they feel uncomfortable when hearing somebody's backstory, I will be getting my pocket watch now and go to sleep. Even though it's during the day, it seems stupid to go to sleep now.
Corda would like
I
go
will
and look.
just grab my watch, and she just gets up to grab her watch and like awkwardly stands there in the middle of the room.
Corda would let go, just like give you a little kiss on the cheek, and then go back to his room.
You're a good bird.
All right.
You guys, as you are just, what are you guys doing after in furthermore in the afternoon?
I will just be praying to Avina probably and be burnt out a bit.
Sure.
Corda's
I would
gone.
like to sit with my back against Brayla's back, just also sitting there in silence.
She would like that.
Corda's gonna go outside and like do a bit of grocery shopping, see if there's a local temple of Aksu.
Yellow, we don't hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we do
Yes.
hear you now.
Hello.
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 Hello? From the
Hello?
other side.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh,
Yellow.
Yellow.
Hello.
There
green.
is not a temple for Aksu. As you're walking around Cordo,
Yes.
you walk past the town crier. And the town crier is crying news because that's what the town crier does, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Meh. The thing you hear is, hear ye, we, near Rana and Elora, 2 corpses are found. We do not know yet what happened, though there are signs of murder.
That's concerning.
It wasn't me!
I'm just going
I
to
promise.
stop. I'm just going to stop and listen for a bit.
But he already continues to the next message, which is basically about how the lettuce price increased here too.
So we should do something about the lettuce prices, guys.
Could you please type in chats what the message was, because it's a difficult name that I'm probably not going to remember or write correctly.
The message that he just told?
Yeah,
Yes.
never.
In da 2 corpses were found. What's the da?
On the way from Alfondriel to Lana, Lana Blade.
Could I
Yeah.
maybe bother you to put like the map of Niriki onto
Yeah,
the
sure.
screen?
Wait a minute.
Okay, if it's our
love it.
like dudes, I'm gonna be so sad.
Yes, that. All right. Oh fuck! It's our dudes.
Oh no.
Ray.
Not our dudes.
Ray.
Ray.
I am also, because I am. What is the rest going? What was Emmy going to do actually, or did?
I was still thinking about what Emmy was going to do.
Okay. Ray is also going to, actually also going to pray to Evuna.
All right.
And to mostly with the question, in which way Rayla could help him on his quest.
Alright. You want to help Rayla on her quest, or how Rayla can help you?
But yeah, if Rayla is necessary for the quest.
That sounds
That's
very ominous, my
concerning.
friend.
And I'm necessary to defeat the being that is that I am hunting. And if so, do I need to protect her?
Villa's voicemail is gonna be so full at the end of this day.
This poor god is gonna get like for
what do I
one
need to roll?
party just 6 hours worth of voicemail.
1d100.
She suddenly got a lot of paperwork.
Same for you,
How
Rayla.
high do I have to roll? High or low?
You don't know.
You don't know.
Doesn't matter.
89.
22.
Thank you. Both. Right. Oh, anything else you would like to do for the day, or?
I'm going to go. Well, even if there's not a Temple of Aksu, which shame on Elvandriel, I am going to look for like a temple that is in the neighborhood, because my feathers are purple, and that's not how I like to see them.
Okay, sure. You can go to Heoxius, who is the god of healing.
Why does Heoxius have a temple everywhere?
Yeah, he does.
Because he's the big boy.
Still, though.
Let me see.
We're gonna take over every Yoxius temple now?
Otherwise, you could go for Nizora, which is the god of knowledge.
No, I'll go to the Temple of Heoxius.
Sorry, wrong one. The circus is back!
Yay!
Damn, I forgot to do one thing. As I do that, I am also sending a message.
Are you okay with doing that later? Because
Oh,
we
right,
were
sorry.
currently
This is
moving
the
on.
Oxius place. You see it? Oh no.
I don't.
You forget to click show the place because it doesn't pop off for me either.
It just disappeared.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, you were moving things around, dear.
Yes, it was moving when I tried to click it.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go to the Temple of Heoxius and like.
Oh, now it's all gone. Oh no. Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna go over there.
Sure. The priestesses are busy right now, but not doing that much. So.
I'm just going to like stand next to one of them and like pull on his clothes. Excuse me.
Yes.
I recently took a swim in a lake nearby, and it turned my feathers purple. Would you know anything to help?
The man would investigate you, and he would basically tell you that there is not really a way they know to relieve these curses, but he says that the color is not as bright anymore as you described it to be.
So it's.
So, but yeah, they have had this more often, but they just don't spend resources in healing it. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Amaryllis.
Yeah, I as a player like have no creativity, but Amaryllis, having motivated by what seemed like an earlier success, would like to figure out another way to like creatively vandal.
Okay, sure.
Like, I like haven't like figured out what exactly as a player. Just like,
yeah, you're
some,
basically
like,
being creative.
Yeah, Amaryllis being creative and potentially like drawing like, oh, like you know how beds have these like planks on which the mattress is laid. Amaryllis, being a small child, is gonna slide herself under the bed, take out her like jar of like her non-expensive ink, and her ink pen, and in like the permanent ink, is going to draw like symbol of a ladle like underneath the bed.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
Oh, help. Oh, no.
So we've got an illegal tagger here.
Huh?
Total just gets tagged everywhere.
It's like, you know,
Until she just blocks you.
perception. 10.
You notice that under the bed with your dark vision, there are a lot of other writings on there as well.
Oh, no.
A lot of them being like, in this bed there has been done this and this and this. Not gonna. A few people wrote their name underneath the bed. You know.
Yeah, Russell's just going to join the vandalization. She's chilling. She's just gonna find like the most empty like one of the planks and decorate that.
Sure. I saw Ray as well and Rayla. Who was first?
Ray was yours. So I suddenly switched to Dutch. What the fuck happened there?
I am going to go and send. I want to after the thing. I want to go and send a message to. Damn it! I have to wait with that. 'Cause I want to has to go to Cordo. Because he's shouting about.
But Cordo is to the toilet, so.
Yeah. Is Kairi ever gonna get the backstory talk?
Maybe she will, maybe she won't.
Dun dun dun.
Seems like. But
Alright.
Can I then do something, perhaps?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so after her prayer to Ivuna, which is actually more of a meditation towards Ivuna, it doesn't really have words, just
The
like,
voice was gonna be filled with emotions. Yes, gotcha.
yeah, just like meaning. Just like feels. Mother, what do I do with this?
Ivuna is your 3-hour-long voicemail of crying.
Well, no, just like she opens the voicemail and gets this feeling of absolute overwhelming emotion. It's like, let's put that on hold. But no, she will turn to Aturu, especially if it gets like later towards the evening. She's like, thank you for sitting with me. I must be a wreck by now. Actually, like, nothing changed. Like, she doesn't look like a wreck at all because tears never actually fall. Her eyes just a bit puffy, but that's basically where it ends. And she's like, can I ask of you one more thing? Could you...
Hold on. Huh? Are you okay?
Yeah, just, I know I usually don't sleep in a bed. I don't really require to because I don't sleep. But would you lay with me tonight? Would you, like not in a sex way, not like that. I'm not really sure if I can. But
Okay, Drew's also blushing.
like, no, like, will you hold me, please? Like, I know I only sleep for like 4 hours, but I know you sleep for like 8. I promise I won't go away. Just, would you maybe hold me? I don't want to sleep alone tonight.
I just nod.
Thank you. I will make sure Victor does not get in bed.
He can sleep on top of my head or something.
Well, he doesn't usually stay on top of the head. He goes crawling. I don't know why he never sleeps at night. Probably because he sleeps during the day. Holy shit.
When you're fighting, he's just like.
He is. That's the only way that mouse hasn't had trauma yet.
That's Fluffy. There, you feel a little tickle behind your ear, Hela.
Then we'll just gently tickle him back. So I will put him like in the nightstand or something. Or I will just... I will just, tell him not to. Or I will make him sleep with... Doolittle doesn't eat him, right?
I'll make him sleep with the fishes.
Okay. I will make him sleep with Amaryllis. So...
Mouse babysitter.
Or... is Amaryllis in the room with us?
Like, I'm really, like... I think she left you guys alone to be like, give you guys privacy.
No, I need her to be in that room. I know you're under that bed. So I will just look under your bed and I'll be like, Amaryllis?
I'm in the middle of, like, drawing something. Yes.
Would you care to... Maybe it's, like girls do. Maybe put all the 3 beds together. Maybe, put you also lay on the other side because you're really
That's
pretty.
adorable.
Sure. I
No,
think
We
we
can
can,
also,
like...
you can also be in the middle. We can like cuddle
I
you like
think
your
we
two
can, like,
mothers.
renovate the room to make it, like, a big bed.
Yes, I would
I
very
think-
much like that. And
I
then
think a
also-
2-room is strong enough to, like, move
Yeah.
beds. Because I am not.
Yeah, I can help. I'm very dexterous, so I'm also strong. In a sense. But in a different way. You know it.
This is adorable. I'm going all in.
Ah,
So I
guys.
guess like the girls will spend the rest of the evening like rearranging their beds without making any sound because let's be honest, hotel owners do not like it when you move their furniture. And Rayla will stay up in her room when they will actually do it after food because the food gets brought to their room. So they will wait for after dinner.
Roll me a strength check and Rayla roll me a stealth.
So I
Kind of
hold
like, if Amaril's like helps to like, because if you like pick up a bed, like
Yeah.
to be fair, like one person does the heavy lifting on once and the other
Mhm.
person is like, don't let it touch the floor. Can I like give it to her advantage on moving the beds?
Yes, you can.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well,
Oh,
stealthily
no,
moving
no,
the beds,
no,
Rayla.
no. Well, I
You
rolled
drop-
a natural 1, which is still a 10, but it's still a natural 1.
You drop one of the beds, and before it's actually crashed on the ground, you hear like a tick before it really crashes, and you can catch it again.
That's... I'm sorry.
if they come at the door, we'll just act like we're having relations.
A sleepover.
They are doing the nasty.
A sleepover.
Alright,
Like the moment it like makes sound, somebody's gonna scream like, "Oh yes!" And then they're just like, "Oh yeah, they're doing the nasty." It's normal that they like boom, boom, boom.
Ray. Ray.
I am going to still. I am now going to do the message. I am going to cast a sending towards Cordo.
Oh shit. Alright, what's up?
Oh shit!
Cup of tea. Oh,
Local
Hang
bird
on.
just brought some orange juice. Suddenly has responsibilities.
I need to charge my stuff. Sorry.
So, okay. Sorry to disturb you. Could you maybe get me some some ornate ornate playing cards? Oh, sorry, not playing cards, but goddammit, what are those things?
Tarot?
Tarot cards?
Tarot cards. Worth about 25 gold. You can reply to this message if you want.
Hey. Tristan, master of messages. Corner does
How
not
many
reply to
words
this
do I
message.
have? 25.
25.
But don't know.
Cordo Wood is a cleric, so he knows the
Oh,
subject.
yeah,
though.
okay.
Alright. I'm going to use 2 words. The first word is going to be I, and the second word is going to be I.
Aye, aye, Captain.
2 words, not 3.
Hey, Captain. But like aye, with like a square, like this little thing.
It's a little dash.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is why I've prepared a spell to do that. To need those as my ingredients, but I can't get out.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'll go around looking for his tarot cards, and I'm going to get some nice cheap paper, a small bottle of ink, and a writing feather for Amaryllis.
You could also use your own feather. Make it more personal.
Oh shit, that's a good. I'm going to have one custom made with my feather.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, why not? How much?
Okay, sure. All right, for the
Tarot.
I can talk. Yes, for the cards. Cody M, help please.
It had to be worth 250, right?
He said 25.
25.
Oh, I heard 250. I'm sorry.
Hello, sorry. I'm Cordo.
Hello, Cordo. I'm sorry.
The smell of a
so
good
down.
one in the
I
evening.
had to change my
DM
name. It's gonna be
guides
sorry
here,
from
so-
now on.
Yeah, please.
Please, what?
Please help.
Wait.
I'm not sure if tarot cards are something that will be standing in there.
I will find some. Wait a minute.
They're either tarot cards in there, or they're like just playing card. They fall under playing cards.
Mm-hmm.
There are special cards, but I'm not sure that tarot cards.
Yeah, otherwise
Do you
they're
need them
like-
for like a
They
spell?
don't have to be ornate cards. It's kind of like the
Yeah, that's-
tarot cards do exist in this world,
Mm-hmm.
but they're
And
just
maybe
playing
it's like-
cards.
And otherwise they're like called probably like a fortune teller's deck or something generic when it comes to pricing.
It
Yeah.
has to
Yeah.
be I already said the price.
Yeah, 25 gold pieces.
Okay, 25 copies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys,
It
yeah,
has
10
to
of
be-
gold.
This is a
For
special.
For the paper, ink, and quill, Cordo, you lose 3 silver pieces.
3 silver, easy peasy. 25 for the tarot, 3 silver for the writing utilities removed. There we go. And how much for just the overall groceries restock?
Yeah, that's about 1.5 silver piece. So 15 gold. 15 copper, sorry.
15. I'm just gonna say 2 silver.
Sure.
Just to make it easier on myself.
Amaryllis.
Yeah, Amaryllis still has something to tell Rayla and also a tourist. Like, they're sharing a room. Like, well, hey Rayla.
Yeah?
You remember how, like, since, like, Iaduri, I've been trying to get to, like, talk to Alano.
Yeah, it's getting kind of.
I think I did it.
Oh, you did it.
I made, like, because I was,
Yes, she did it.
I was annoyed at the guy who was being mean downstairs.
Yeah.
So I made a drawing. And like shows drawing. I made a drawing. And like I was thinking very hard about the logo whilst making the drawing.
Is that a pentagram?
No.
Oh,
Thinking
that's-
very
that's
hard.
Sorry, yes.
I was thinking very hard. And then
Did it hurt?
about, that the guy had been mean to us and that I would like to, maybe like we'll teach him to not be mean to people
Yeah.
anymore, just for how they look. And then I finished my drawing. And then I heard like someone giggle, but no one was giggling because everyone was in a very serious mood, but I did hear someone giggle, so I think I did it.
Ooh.
I think I did
Well,
it.
we'll only know if the guy is dead tomorrow. I mean,
No,
or
I think
it's been seriously hurt.
I think I did it. I'm very proud of myself.
Why don't you go to an little temple someday? Why don't you go there?
You hear. Ooh,
What do we hear?
you hear noise and mayhem coming from downstairs. And you smell the overwhelming smell of cheese.
I think you succeeded. And I would like hold out my hand for her to high five. Good job, girl.
You are listening from downstairs.
Okay, I'm
You
really like
notice.
dropping to the floor and listening.
You notice that the floor is feeling different than usual. It does not feel like wood. And it smells like, those cheese breads? It smells exactly like that.
What the hell?
like the entire floor.
As you look around, you see that the entire room is suddenly made out of cheese bread.
I'm really like, like go to the door and like open the door to like see if like what's going on in the hallway.
People
That's
are
one
looking out
feature.
their doors to see what is going on because their room suddenly changed into something else.
I really just like go to like close the door again and like just
It is
like
tricky and the door handle breaks off.
like I just like turn around and just look at Rayla like I did it.
I am honestly a little bit disturbed, but yeah, girl, you want to go see what's happening?
Hey, anybody hungry?
Yes. Yes.
I will look at that too and be like, you want to come?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
You, Amaryllis,
This reminds me of the TikTok song. Natasha, you ready? Candace, you ready? Okay, let's go.
you're currently holding the doorknob in your hand as it broke off whilst closing the door. It is cheese bread. It's not that sturdy.
Yeah, fair.
You can eat it if you want.
Real quick in between. Is the floor now also made of cheese bread?
Yes.
And
Okay.
Reels is just like just as a precaution, just goes to like pick up her bag just so it doesn't like drop through the floor at any point.
Yes.
Goes to
Yeah.
strap on her bag. And then like put up like her hood so like her ears are covered and everything. And then she's like wants to go take a look at what's going on.
How do you come up with this shit?
This is
Alright,
beautiful.
you guys go downstairs and you see everyone. So half of the people is just like very happy and eating the balls. The other half of the people is utterly confused, and the third half of the people are looking at the tavern owner, who is having a bit of trouble keeping his head above the counter.
Is he falling through the floor?
As his head now pokes out of his sleeve. And a leg is where his head would be.
I really like goes like cover her like mouth, like trying to look like shocked, but actually like trying very herself for laughing. Just like the look of like people like after very shocked, just like mouth in shock, but like she's smiling behind it all this like as it's going on, just like
So Matilda now.
and she's just going to like look back at Rayla and into her, just like wide-eyed, like
To go quickly to Cordo.
Yes.
Because as you made your way to the shopping center,
Mm-hmm.
you do notice something.
Oh shit.
As you are making your way to the temples, you walk by a building which has a very prominent white tower on top of it.
Hmm. Do I remember this white tower from anywhere?
Roll me a history check.
I will.
Quick check, double check.
History, please don't fail me. 6.
Your prayer was not heard.
Playing in the back of your mind, but you cannot pinpoint it.
I'm just go because it's in the back of the mind, and I have never been here before. I'm just going to take a closer look at the building that houses this white tower. Is it a shop? Is it a house? Is it a garbage dump?
It seems to be one of the bigger houses, though it does seem as if it's locked. It is, you know how a community building usually looks a bit different from a living house? It
Yeah.
looks more like a community building, but then it is locked. Like, it is not open to the public today.
I'm going to. I don't have Detect Evil and Good prepared. Cause this, it just feels a little bit off, you know? It feels a little off. I'm going to take out my mirror shard. Does it feel any different? I love you too, honey. What were you saying?
Roll me a perception check.
Perception, please, please. 4.
It is a mirror shard.
I'm just going to make a mental note of this. Like, Rayla knows how to steal shit. Maybe she'll know more about this place. I'll just go back to the place that we were previously staying at. I don't think we're going to be staying very much longer because it is now cheese bread, although I don't know that yet. It still is. Fun!
Very sensitive to food knows. It smells like the cheese bread could have been baked better.
Doesn't it some salt? Do we have any house-shaped salt?
Rayla.
I just thought of something and I'm so stupid that I didn't think of this before. But what is the name of the man that I robbed? Like, what was his last name? Like, you said I heard the name of the one that we need to deliver to before, but now I'm like, what is the name of the person that tried to murder me?
If you forgot out of character,
We never came up with the name.
Nope.
I suck at names, so I never came up with the name.
It is not the same as Wimmis.
Okay, thanks. Okay. Crisis averted.
Ray!
He's back.
Why do you do this to me?
Angry technical noises.
I didn't mean to. It just literally out of itself and did.
Oh.
Yeah, it sometimes does that.
Ah, yes, the wonderful world of Discord.
Yay.
Is the inn still suitable to, stay at?
Cheese, yes.
We'll just look at each other. I'm like, it's better on the streets. I mean,
And
you
we
can
also
turn my
like,
home if you want.
girls look like, I think we should maybe find a different tavern.
And we
Happy
can get a
Vic-
refund.
But we just moved on the bed.
I think
Oh, Dad?
this isn't structurally safe.
Since
I'm
we
gonna
are
quickly
here
check
right
where
now.
Victor is at this moment because everything is reeking of cheese. I'm gonna quickly check where Victor's whereabouts are.
Surprisingly, he is still in your color.
Good. Good. I will put him in my breast pocket.
Also,
Close it.
Happy Mouse. Also, you do have the feeling that the bread that is covering the floor is a bit older and a bit harder and a bit sturdier than you think it could technically still be structurally safe.
Yeah, but in about a day there's going to be in about a day there is going to be a shit ton of red.
Hey, I already paid for this shithole.
We can stay here one
I'll
night.
stay here tonight and then
Alright.
tomorrow we'll find like a different place.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
By
And
the way,
I'm
Cordo,
gonna...
did you get? By the way, Cordo, did you get my stuff?
Oh, yes.
You want to say
That's
something?
And I
I
hand
think
him. I will hand him his playing cards. I will hand Amaryllis the paper, ink, and my feather quill.
Is it still purple though?
That's a
The
good
purple
question.
is starting to wear off
Alright.
right now.
I'm also just going to work over to like the tavern keep and like, I don't know if this will help, but could I have your hand for a moment?
The owner is looking very suspicious.
It can't get any worse at this point, can it?
He is looking even more suspicious right now.
I am a cleric of Exor. Allow the other to help your physical situation.
He reaches out with his leg, which is connected to his head.
That's fine. I'm going to cast Remove Curse on him.
Oh no.
Does this
So
do
just
anything?
Make him suffer.
Fuck you, Gordo.
We
Trying
can't
to
hear you,
negate-
DM.
What the fuck is wrong with my Discord?
Well,
Did-
sometimes your microphone just doesn't pick up
We
the
can
first
now
time
hear
it
you
enters.
again.
Alright, so basically, you're trying to negate the curse that the god bestowed on a mortal.
I'm
You really think
trying.
that's gonna work?
I am trying, okay?
Cordo doesn't know how this happened. Cordo's just trying.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I am
Cordo
being a good
cares.
bird boy.
The owner. It seems for a second as if there's an effect gonna start, but then it just basically gets stopped.
Do I know why it has stopped?
You cannot figure that out. No. Roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana. That's this one.
Oh shit.
15.
You have the feeling that there is a higher power than a normal remove curse going on.
I'm sorry to say, but I think you may have made the gods mad. What did you do?
Be a
I think-
racist! That's what he did!
I think this is a good moment.
Oh,
Okay,
can I do
Amaryllis.
one small thing? Like, Amaryllis would like to take out her sketchbook, make a drawing of, like, you know, a very thankful drawing to Milano.
Roll me D100.
Like, pray and be thankful.
Like next time you're just going to take a
Meanwhile,
level
gonna
of
try and
cleric.
get like a little bit of
33.
cheap bread off and feed it to Victor.
That succeeds. I think this is a good moment to freeze the timeline for next week.
Alright.
I did it! I did
You
it!
did it. You did it.
Yes, you
did
did it.
You
Look
did
the-
it. You did it.
You know what? Yeah. We did it, so yeah.
Oh, guys, share this with your person who is literally messed up.
Share this with your very successful child.
Share this with your tragic backstory, Rogue.
Share this with your bird boy who's trying to look for a house-sized salt. Cause
Share
this
this with
damn
your-
cheese bread house needs some salt.
Share
Share this
this-
with assault.
Share this with your Kairi who might not be getting visitors after all, question mark?
Share this with your people that tried to be better but never got a chance.
I don't know, maybe
Rest
it's
in
not them.
peace.
Maybe it's not them. Like,
Maybe they
when-
murdered and that also the second chance is gone.
maybe it had nothing to do with them. I'm just gonna be positive.
I'm not gonna be positive.
Share this with Teddy, with your Furbolg teddy bear, who always tries to get sad people down, make sad people happy.
Share this with your
possibly
cheese
dead
bread.
friends.
Share it with your cheese bread.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Share this with your clumsy DM who doesn't know what to share it with. Because, guys, sharing is part of
It's
caring.
part of caring.
Alright.
Good
Good night,
night, we'll see you
everybody.
next
Good
week.
night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.